Yeah, man. There's been talk of a Arteta new deal and things like that. 18 months left. I don't know how you lot feel. Let me know how you feel. Personally, I think the talk is premature. On one hand, in fact, let's read the article first before I offer my 5 pence. But you lot bring your 2 cents and whatnot there as well. Obviously, sometimes the Athletic is very, it's the club's mouthpiece. This is the club's mouthpiece. As you know, apparently Man City are keeping tabs on Arteta to take over Pep Guardiola as well as Vieira. I mean, two people that were part of the City network. I know Vieira went and done up MLS and coached the youngers and stuff. We all know what Arteta's done, and we've heard this before. I mean, it won't surprise me. Is Arteta ready to take City? I don't know, because if he struggles to, rightly or wrongly, it feels like anytime there's a mavericky sort of player, there's problems there. Now, when you're playing for City and there's certain things you don't have to tell the players, maybe there's no problems, but good players typically have attitude issues. And if it's City, bare stars, really and truly. So we'll have to see. Arsenal, Arteta's contract and the decision that cannot be left too long. I mean, if you asked in August, no one wanted to give him a new deal. Probably a lot of people would say give him a new deal now. Reality is, I think we need to stay until May. We need to, like, brother, big up yourself, Yasser. Exactly. Wait until May. That's all that matters for me. It's a May thing, because I don't want to sit here and say, what a fantastic December. What a fantastic unbeaten run. That's dead. That is dead. That's dead if we don't get Europe. In any Europe, you need to get Europa League minimum. If you fumble at the Champions League, then boy, I don't know. If we don't maintain this fight, I don't know. Needs must. So the hunt for a potential centre forward and choices to make in central midfield must be at the forefront of Arsenal's mind when it comes to contractual matters this January. But there's a vast decision to be made in a not too distant future over the arrangement with their manager, Mikel Arteta. Current deal expires at the end of next season. All of a sudden, that feels like an imperative that can't be left on the back burner for too long. Football, if Arsenal propose, I mean, we know what would have been said there. Here we are a few months later, and a lot about, and I can't lie, the propaganda for Mikel Arteta is still going very strong, as good as he's been. And a lot about Arsenal feels completely different. The dial on Arteta has lurched forward. I mean, Amy Lawrence, man, get to the main part, man. This is just bare jargon, blood. Bare jargon. Hella jargon. Last month, he went on record saying there had been no discussions about an extension to his stay at Arsenal, and he made it clear it wasn't a priority while he's focusing on the team needs. I like that. But, I don't think they're going to bring in a better manager. I think they like what he's bringing to the system, so I think he will get that. He's cozy with the Kroenkes. It's done, isn't it? Really, it will happen, assuming it's a results business. Arsenal not the club to pull the trigger. We won't do the Chelsea thing unless and with Arteta, as much as I like what he's doing, and I think he's been given a half rep, when we're doing bad, it's never quite bad enough to get that sack. When we're doing, and then we do good in it. So it's like it's always it's always on knife edge, a bit like me, a football manager. Really, he does enough for you to believe in him. A little concernings, but it's never really moved. And as you've seen with Emre, Wenger, probably with Arteta, it needs to go mad, really, before something happens. Hit the like button if you haven't. Arsenal are now in the situation that Arsene Wenger used to regard as judge me in May territory, the dawn of contract renewal questions, given how often he faced the weekly calls for updates at various junctures during his 22 years. Knew all about the fine balance between the present and the future, while the pressure of the game threatened to heat everything up. The club are hopeful that the remainder of the season will make this decision easy for them. The goodwill is there. They want Arteta to succeed. Who doesn't want him to succeed and stay on and whatnot? But it's a results business, and I think too many Arsenal fans, probably those in the camp, because when we was losing, you heard some people in the board want to clip Arteta, some people don't. Even with this Aubameyang thing, some people think he's moving mad, some people agree with it. I want it to go right, but at the end of the day, I think too many people are loyal to agendas. They're loyal to Arteta failing or Arteta just being a success. They're loyal to players' agendas, whether they rate them or not. I do think there is a lot of Arsenal fans, but I do think very few people in the modern game are fans of their club. They're fans of agendas, and it's pardon my French, it's effing annoying, man. Anyways, the team has begun to show itself, and that's true. Arteta did speak about it will go bang. Edu said judge us when everyone's fit. There's still a lot of question marks, but credit where due. You can't be loud in condemning and slow in praising. You deserved your licks at the start of the season. Right now, it's going well. For me personally, one of the first windows where you're not just signing players and just freestyling the system. It looks like there was a system or a plan of a system or how you wanted to implement things, and these lot have complemented it. I'd say every signing, excluding Ben White, has justified their price tag, and I would say I think Ben White's cool. It's just at the end of the day, it's 50 million in it, and I don't know if you're going to make that back. Every other and he's been good as well. I'll take nothing away from him. You look at who's played the most passes in our team. It's our two centre halves. Who's made the most tackles? It's effing Tomiyasu. Pick him up. Most saves for us evidently is Ramsdale, and he's up there for saves made in the league. Ironically, I'd want to see Ramsdale go down because it means we'd be defending a bit better. But yeah, man, it should hinge on Europe, in my opinion. Europe is subjective. Europa League, I think you've earned the right to stay, and let's see what we're saying next May, at the end of the season. Bielsa done it last year. If you get Champions League, then you're the first manager to do that, including Wenger in his last years. I can't say you shouldn't get a new deal, but is it the right decision? I think we need to see longevity in what we're doing. Qualifying for Europe remains paramount. Having got Arsenal into full spot, if Arteta can keep them there, it strengthens his hand enormously. But even a Europa League qualification would be help. A total lack of European football for another season would make it more difficult to commit for the long term. Of course, any deal needs the will of both parties, and there's no guarantee extending is a certainty for Arteta. I mean, if City keep it moving, then why not, innit? But I won't lie, Arteta, when he's done good, he deserves his praise. But when he's messed up, other clubs sack you for less. There's a lot of luxuries, and I think even fans do it. There are fans who it's all Arteta, but when Arteta wins, it's all Arteta. When Arteta loses, it's all the players. And again, there's agendas going on. I mean, if Arteta says, you know what, thank you very much, Pep's leaving, I'm going back to City, fair enough. Or maybe Everton with his heartstrings. I don't know. I think he is here for the long term. I do think there's unfinished business. I do get that he's motivated in that. There is one other issue, an external one that has been factored in. Arsenal are not the only club with a keen eye on his development. Man City, for example, have been keeping tabs with both Arteta and Vieira in their thoughts as a potential successor to Pep Guardiola if and when the time comes. The City group model value coaches they know who are in tune with them and their system. And we've seen, as I said, both managers and ex-players, have been involved in City system. So much has happened to Arteta in his first 2 years, of course, man. I'm not going to continue reading this. This is just bare jargon, man. He and his family love living in London. Altogether, that is quite persuasive. Even another club with the tools that ensure they're winning major factors has obvious attractions. And for me personally, I don't know, man. I don't know, man, because I was trying to think of reasons for and against people for giving him a new deal. And well, I might as well just show you, innit, really. Good old Google Doc. I've been a bit shy with showing you lot this people. Should Arteta be given a new deal? You lot help me out. I tried to think of reasons for yes and no. I say yes because it shows long-term commitment for potential and prospective players that are at the club. New deals for Saka, Martinelli, etc. And then obviously potential people coming in. I'm not, the manager shouldn't factor it, but just for argument's sake, if you're Saka, all of these guys, if the manager's having cold feet, are you really going to commit your future beyond 2024? Now, this is the life they live in it. And even Saka, he's had 2 different managers in his short career already. Some of them have been at the club under 3, so it shouldn't really matter that much. For me, it kind of ties in. We've got a young manager with a young squad. It ties into what we're doing. And one thing I like about him, he did say from the jump that I want the fans, the club, everyone roaring together, and you're seeing an improved atmosphere at the Emirates. When have you seen Arsenal lose and we're clapping off the fans? The fans are clapping off the players. So I do think I am seeing what I've wanted to see. So I'd say yes. But for me, I'd say no, because I do think, as much as I like Arteta, there's a lot of propaganda for really achieving nothing. Really. Yes, he's won the FA Cup, so it's not nothing. But genuinely, what's he achieved? What has he achieved? You don't get points for finding a way of playing. I can't praise Arteta for eventually finding a system. You're a manager. That's what you need to do. You're doing your job really and truly. And we've had a lot of bumps and bruises along the road. When are they going to come again? What has he achieved? We're not back in Europe. We don't know consistently if we're going to see these sort of things. Has he proven he could take us to the next level, get in Champions League and being consistent? I don't know. And I said, for argument's sake, if Ten Hag and these guys become available, surely there's a decision to make. Arsenal are not the club to do that, but there's that. So it's literally neck and neck, really. There's reasons for and against. Not too many, but yeah, man. I don't know, man. A part of me even thinks, probably even run the deal right down, because then there's that healthy sense of pressure from Arteta, which I don't always think has been there. Personally. So yeah, man. Even Klopp took his time with Liverpool. Yeah, but you could see from the jump what Klopp was on. It's taken us a while to get here under Arteta. We've seen the good, bad, and ugly of Arteta. I think you're talking about Kyon Edwards. I don't know if he's running down his deal. DG, you're a proper scout. I remember when you talked about the Senegalese centre-back. He's not a centre-back, and told us a few players in the top 5 leagues you've got your eye on. Mohamed, I appreciate that, man. I think Arsenal need to sign creators like Coutinho, Hazard, or Ndombele who can use pace of our front three. At Deluded, please remove my timer. Fair enough. Don't know what the timing thing is. Yeah, if he was to get top four, I'd say you can't say no. But even then, I wouldn't say I necessarily feel comfortable. I would say we're gonna rest on our laurels a bit like the FA Cup. If he got top four, you'd probably have to give him a new deal. But at the same time, a part of me says, you know what, you've done good things, do it again. Because obviously him and Wenger are not the same. But Wenger got top four so much, and it was a different time. He was killed for it. We're praising Arteta for doing it because he's never done it. Bless DG. Good morning. Appreciate you, Kevin. Content always on point. Locked at work from Antigua. Big up the Antiguans. Question: do you think that the current squad has the mental strength to continue to push for top 4-6 position in the league? Honestly, I don't know, man. I think the mentality's improved. I think they've forgiven themselves for the mistakes early on in the season. But honestly, I don't know. I don't know. Only they can tell us, man. It's down to them. It achieved shielding KSE and Kroenke just like Wenger did at times, probably. That's true. Say you're dream chasing. If Pep leaves City and they want Arteta, maybe Josh can show some ambition and then point Pep. Bro, Pep is bold. He'll lose more hair being at Arsenal. I don't know if I would want to spend time here if I'm him, personally. Pardon me, Josh will only sack Arteta if there are empty seats. Nothing to do with trophies or success on the pitch. People are too fast with this new deal talk. Clearly talented, but we've got goals to achieve. Trust, you know. One good performance at Old Trafford. Fans were talking about a new deal for fucking El Nene and that. When that is brazy. Appreciate that, stylish. Regardless, man, I appreciate that. No, Amy's a good journalist. It's just, but I'm not here, man. Bare, you know, good journalist, but it's just bare jargon, man. And the thing is, you have to take them articles with a pinch of salt because the club have Athletic in their pocket. Like, there's gonna be pro cases. I believe it comes down to who strengthens their squad in January between us and Spurs in terms of a push. What do you reckon? I think everyone's in it. I think United, West Ham, everyone's in it. Arsenal didn't look at it at a time. West Ham haven't looked at it. They've been bottling. Spurs haven't looked at it. And the points, there's nothing there in it. It's a Royal Rumble thing. So everybody's in it. Leicester is falling off. Offer them 65 million and get Neves. 65 for Maddison and get Neves. Ooh. 105 million for them two. I don't think we're going to do that, bro. Guaranteed top four. There is no guarantees of top four. You know, there's certain teams of Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't know if they're getting top four, really and truly. I would like Neves. I would be open to Maddison. And again, I don't see us spending on top of spending 150 million in the summer. We're not going to spend 105 million in January and then probably 80 million euros for Vlahovic in the summer. Again, without moving people on. Please make me a moderator. Nah, bro. I ain't seen you. Respectfully, I mean, I ain't seen you here before, bro. Respect for coming true, but the moderators is the man them that's been here for time. I don't know for you. We're only at 214 likes. There's 400 of you locked in. Come on now. Pattern it, please, people. Respectfully, I mean, like, man, you get me? Like, I haven't seen you for time, bro. The moderators is them 30 guys that have been here for time. I don't know, man. When I used to give it out willy-nilly, one of you started moving mad, blocking people. Do you know how much DMs I used to get? Oh, I love your show, Deluded, but this moderator is doing this and that. And yeah, bro, it's long, man. Respectfully, man. See you a couple times, you can grab that. Ideal signing to replace Xhaka, Bruno Guimaraes, all of these things. Get the likes up, my guy. Players are showing a lot of hunger. Do you want GG Ronaldo? I mean, if we could do it, I wouldn't be against it. Wouldn't be against it. I mean, I wouldn't say look back. I didn't disrespect Arsene Wenger, but if you disrespected Arsene Wenger, boy, should feel like a piece of shit, really and truly. Like, if you got onto the guy, like, personally, for me, a new contract only when we qualify for Champions League. If we get Europa this league, then no contract, but he sees out his contract with one last chance to get Champions League, finish outside Europe, then he has to go. Brandon can't disagree with any of that. I wasn't a fan of Arteta at the start, but the changes have been obvious. I want to see the finished article, and it's clear the lads play for him now. Facts. No, people are not, listen, just like my guy, Mr. Planetary said, yeah, he just said this is why I like having this platform, because this is what it's about. You could say I believed in Arteta. Now I don't believe in him now, or he was scaring me. Now I believe in him. I don't like the whole it's all Arteta in, so I'm just going to justify all bullshit he's done since he's signed for this club and whatever. I don't like the Arteta out stuff that just find the next stick to hit him over his head with. It's meant to be an Arsenal thing. But fans do all of that, man. Fans have agendas. Of course, I like Gabriel more than Xhaka. Of course, Gabriel, for me, in relation to what he's doing, I've got more time for him than Xhaka. But I think if the roles were reversed and, and Xhaka got sent off and Gabriel gave away the pen, boy, you would have known what is being said there. And I get it. I don't condone it, but I get it. People live in agendas. He's my granddad. I got my own pop still. My pops is black, but he's my white granddad still. Being a mod ain't easy, man. DG, been enjoying your content from back in uni. One love. Big up you lot. Big up everyone going back to work, back to uni, back to college, back to school. Doing whatever they're doing at home. Single mothers, all of those sort of things. With single mothers, shout, man, isn't it? Especially if your baby dad's a fuckboy. You get me? Mm-hmm. Me and you can drink them Capri Suns in peace, and we'll watch that. What's that show, man? Baby Shark or whatever. If Leeds go down, which is looking likely, you reckon? I think they're 8 points clear at this moment. I would love Rafinha, but he looks like Bayern and them, and they're onto him. So Liverpool as well. If Bayern and Liverpool are onto you, I ain't coming to Arsenal unless you got the London aspect. With the World Cup around the corner, many footballers will want to play for Arsenal, so Arsenal could pull off major signings this window, even if it's on loan. I mean, the World Cup's in October, but I hear you. I mean, Bruno Guimaraes, all these guys, man. Kakere's a bit behind them, but yeah. I think we are sometimes unfair on Arteta. Football's unfair. I don't think I'm unfair because I praise and critique. I can't fairly. I don't know what anyone else is thinking. Everton was on him and the players. When we do well, praise the players and the gaffer. When we do bad, we need to ask questions. I'm more convinced, but I wouldn't say I'm 100% convinced in anyone or anything because it's always at a drop of a hat, man. Arteta is building a team and so far signs are good. I think he should get a new deal. Everyone starts a managerial career without previous experience. So I think he should be judged on potential. I mean, everyone's got potential. I think it'd be very silly to judge people on potential because if we're going into that territory, potential isn't always realized. And I think Arteta, I won't say he's had an easy ride, but again, people would have got sacked for less. He's here because of his potential. He's here because of the propaganda, working with Pep, this guy, that guy, and you're seeing a lot of it now. But for potential, it's a results business. Are you going to sign? If you bring in a manager that has the potential to get top four, and because he's done it before, and 2-3 years in, he hasn't done it, it don't make sense. It's a results business. End of the day, football is about 3 points. As much as it was good against City, and I'm not trying to be sour or anything, and I'm just using it as an example, you don't get points for play. You don't get points for playing well. You get points for winning. Like, this is respectfully, Rohan, this is where I think there's no balance with Arsenal fans. You should not get a new deal. And then we've got finding mediocre excuses where there's none. If no one believed in you because you didn't have experience, we would have missed this fantastic platform. I hear that. But the difference is, like with Arteta, you have to convince the non-believers. Arteta's moving in that direction. I had to believe in myself. And again, the potential was realized. Like, you've seen the development. But you're right, fundamentally. And again, that's why he got the job, That's why, remember the year before, he was linked with the job that got him in the building. Hey, I don't really see Germany here. Appreciate you, man, Musa. Really see that, man. Safe money, call back Guendouzi. Matteo's gone. People need to get that through their head. Matteo Guendouzi is gone. Gone. And I'm not going to come back. He's gone. Finished. Tomorrow's game is looking sticky between Liverpool and Arsenal, DG. But have they told us if it's happening or not? That's why I didn't do a preview, fam. Like, I've got the watch along ready. Like, make sure you're there for it. Like, but God knows, man. And like I said, I think it's disgraceful. The game tomorrow is off. Is it off for real? If you're trolling, you're gone, you're gone, innit? If it's not 100% confirmed, you're gone, innit? Because you're playing with my emotions. Oh, shit. My bad, man. I apologize. The game's off. but I haven't, saying it's off, but I haven't seen why. This is the problem. Why has there still been no official communication from Liverpool, from Arsenal, the EFL's communication channels? Why am I seeing Twitter duns? Probably is off. It's jarring. Boy, let's just hope Forest is there, man. No watch alongs. Like, what a way to start 2022, man. I thought, yeah, Liverpool watch along, Forest. Gonna admit, well, obviously we're still gonna be here, but I'm gonna miss you lot, man. I feel like I've let you lot down, even though I've got nothing to do with it, man. I feel like I let you lot down. Damn. But yeah, man. And on top of that, as you know, Balogun needs to go and play football, show he can replicate the 23s form at first team. Balogun now close to completing a low move to Middlesbrough, as reported yesterday. Talks progressing with Arsenal. Gunners board prepared to accept, and he needs a loan. He needs to go and play. And respectfully, at Middlesbrough, they're gonna know you're young, but it's a results business. No one's gonna care that you're Balogun, that you've done this, you've done that. The Middlesbrough fans, the Middlesbrough coaching staff, you're number 9. Obviously, he's young. Can you score goals? That's it. And again, I think a year ago or maybe 2 years, but last year. It would have been nice if we signed him to a new deal, because I think he would have gone on loan already. Balogun's got potential. What potential is just potential, man. And he needs to be outside of his comfort zone. Exactly. Nothing is 100% from transfers, from all of these sort of things, man. I'll play wrestling with them. I'll play wrestling. I'll do all of it, man. Baby mom, shout me. We do have to have patience with Arteta, but it needs to be warranted. Like, now it's warranted. We're seeing things. Before, we wasn't seeing things. It's a results business. Potential is dead, but man need to realize it. But we do need an element of patience, man. Nah, it's official still, man. It's official still. Well, it's not official, but quite a few people, man, are saying such. I hope it's trolling, because I do want to see us play, man. Boy. I mean, I want Arteta to do well, but I'm not loyal to Arteta. I'm not loyal to none of these players. I'm not loyal to Arteta. I'm loyal to my football club. They'll always have my support. They'll always be praised and critiqued where I feel fair. As I always say to you, I don't like this whole thing of, you can't be vocal in condemning Arteta and Edu. Yeah, they're shit. They're this, that. And you can't give them and then be silent when they're praised. They'll always have any of that. But I'm going to be an Arsenal fan when Arteta probably goes off to City or Barca and whatnot. When these other players come and go. So I've only got loyal to my club. It's a results business. Right now, I can see things. It is what it is. Reality is all that matters in May. And this is what Arsenal do. We're a bit of a weird one, really. We never quite excel. We're excelling by our own standards. We never quite, we have done some calamities, but we never move in one direction. And I obviously hope it's up there. But yeah, man. And this is it. Fans were waffling. The minute we dropped points against Man United and Everton, the form was gone. No one cared. Do you lot remember when we was on that unbeaten run? Then we bucked Brighton. Remember the journalists? It looks like Arteta can't continue with this. That's one thing I like with Arteta is between the two kind of bits of form, we're playing a bit more of an attacking style. That's what I think's helped him. And the shackles are being released from the attacking players a little bit. But, it's easy, right? I mean, I have to give the players and Arteta credit because they fought back. There was a time no one believed in them. Once again, it's a results business, and a lot of these players didn't look like they didn't believe in themselves. Now they're doing their thing. Everyone, well, I can't say everyone, but I would want Arteta to do well because it means that we don't have to waffle about finding the next manager. We've got someone in the long term. I want him to do a thing. Assuming we get to the final, who would you rather face? Bring anyone. Conte, Chelsea, bring them. Obviously, losing a North London derby is at L. DG, if the Liverpool and Forest games are cancelled, Gabriel will miss the Spurs game, won't he? That's what it looks like. So we got shagged. Man said Milner will be on the touchline. I hear it. To be fair, we probably still would have struggled against their Utes, but still, man. I've spoken about Bruno Guimaraes. I don't know what more you lot want me to say. I like the guy. I think he's a quality player. Like, bring him to the carpet, man. Big up yourself, Banky. Happy New Year, DG. Happy New Year to all of you lot tuned in as well. Wishing you a super prosperous year. I'm so surprised I could say that word. Big up yourself. Quick question. Would you agree that signing Wijnaldum on initial short-term loan could be a good move in terms of on and off the field leadership, work rate, and goals? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's going to bag in the Arsenal team, but yeah, Wijnaldum would be good. But for me, what I like now is we've got leaders. We don't have a leader. Like, everybody is leading in their own way. Like, you know, Odegaard does open his mouth, but he's probably not the typical captain you see in England. Everybody, couple man are leading by example. Ramsdale looks like Ramsdale and Tierney are more the sort of leaders / captains we're with. I said it from pre-season against Chelsea. I don't think Ben White gets the credit for being vocal as well. So you need leaders. The manager as well. Everyone needs to lead. I'm very wary of, at Arsenal for years, it's like, we look for one man to change the culture. And Arteta's done that, but he hasn't done it alone. We look for one man to change the culture. We look for one centre-half to improve us defensively, one attacker. You know, we need to keep attacking like what we're doing, because if we sign a striker, we're going to be surprised as to why we've never scored goals. Really. Ainsley Maitland-Niles going must mean we're getting someone, Xhaka, Lokonga and Odegaard at the moment. Yeah, and then you're relying on a lot of young Charlie Patino. It's not fair, really. I don't know why it's getting postponed, man. I mean, people are saying it's getting postponed. As I said, I haven't seen it on any of the official channels, but it's looking a myth, man. Pardon me. And like I said, health is wealth, safety, and them things there, man. And again, the players are one thing. I care about the fans, man. Don't make fans congregate for no reason. Balogun, I hope he does very well at thingy, man. Hope he does very well at Middlesbrough. But even then, if he scores 20 league goals, don't sit here and say Balogun's the truth, which he is, but calm it down. If he doesn't, calm it down. Because it's a good example. He's going to be outside of. You see the games against Brentford and the game against who did Balogun start against in the cup? That's every week in the Championship. That's what you need. Playing it. There's no point. As much as I love to see him, what he done in 23s against Leicester, Brighton, all these teams, bro, that's dead. You're not going to improve. You need to be against centre halves that are fighting for pride, that are fighting to achieve goals, that are fighting for new contracts, that are fighting to get promoted. And I do feel 23's football, not Balogun, but 23's football, it doesn't show how rough and damn right ugly football is, really and truly. And I just feel when you're someone like Balogun, you're at Arsenal, not saying him, but the world telling you you're special, down to the social media antics, it's not that the bubble needs to be burst. Man need to go through reality, Again, Brentford was a reality check, Hopefully he does his thing. Chris Wilder wanted him for time at Sheffield, so hopefully he does his thing. Personally, if it was up to me, I don't know if he wants to go abroad, but allegedly, I don't know if they've made a bid, but St. Etienne were onto him. That would be the one for me, because, again, the first question is, can you do it again in the Championship? Can you do it in the Prem or Germany? Obviously, if you've done it in Germany or France, whatever, man are going to say, can you do it in the Prem? I just feel France is obviously a step up from the Championship. You're playing against you are playing against better teams. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Is Claude Puel not over there at St. Etienne? He blooded through a couple young G's there. I think it could have been the thing. But if he's decided on Middlesbrough, crucially he needs games in it, car. He's been waffling. It's just been wasteful right now, isn't it? Really. Middlesbrough play some decent football. I'm happy he's going there. Trust. And then he'll have to learn, how do I play with my back to goal? If I can't imagine there's too many times he's going to physically outstrength defenders. So he's going to need to think, okay, cool. This used to work at 23's level. I have to try a next thing, because that's not going to work. And for me, what people don't understand, what makes the difference between footballers, any footballer in any division, it's up here. The best footballers are the best thinkers. You improve when you think better. Salah learn how to change his thinking. Raheem Sterling, the thinking has changed. David Silva, Cesc Fabregas, Santi Cazorla, half of these guys, speed of thought. Whether you're a striker or a midfielder, you've got to think. And the older you get, obviously Balogun's got skills. He's strong. He can bad up man at 23s. You don't have to think. You need to think now. If he tries a little skill and gets absolutely cleaned out, logically, what's everyone going to say? Well, if I'm going to do that again, I need to do things quicker, innit? That's what you need. Need to be outside your comfort zone to develop. I just hope it's the right loan. To be honest, both games should be locked off. It looks peak for Forest as well. Appreciate you more, bro. Keep up the hard work, Gunners, until we die. Come on, big up the Germans. I would love a forfeit, but something don't feel right getting to the final for that. And then, imagine the Mants if we get to the final and lose. Yes, man. Hey, man, Arsenal, we might be getting Arsenal back, Andrew. Man are scared of Arsenal now. I respect it. People are scared. We get Haaland, we win the league. Baby Shaka, I don't know. Man didn't say Spurs. He said Conte. Blood. What's the Spurs? Bring Conte. Bit harsh. What is the rumored fee? Not a clue, man. But hey, if it, like I said, health is wealth. You know, we'll play. Any games can be played again. People lose lives and that, man. Red Bull splash money on Brobley and Balogun should be levels on that kid. Brian's probably physically. Even him, his bubble got burst. Alex telling you you're special. You went over there to Leipzig or wherever. He did a bang. Is what it is, man. Injuries, suspensions, all of these things are part and parcel of football. Is it harsh? Is it unfortunate? But you have to get on with it. We know that these are the risks. Of course, who factored in, on Monday that we would not be playing Liverpool? Shout out James Redmond. Hasn't returned my call, any of my texts. I was out here shouting him like, yo, preview business. There's no need for no preview business, car. There's no games going on, which sucks, absolutely sucks. The good thing is, make sure you've hit the like button and reminders on the Arsenal Liverpool watch along, car. That will get rescheduled. It's a bit jarring. It's like the autumn, man. Missing all of this for you lot, man. But they're shook. Holding, for the love of God, it's time to cash in on our one Cannavaro performance against Spurs if Gabriel is suspended. Trust. Holding scares me though, because Son does like to take a little tumble next to Rob Holding. I would like us to. That's one thing. Can we, same way I'm sure Liverpool would like to play. We were doing our thing, so can we come to a resolution and Gabriel's still able to play? I would very much like that, man. Apparently, Popcorn got robbed in Ghana. Why are you lacking, man? Bloody hell. We would have drew to Wolves. I don't know, man. The fitness levels, I think not to take anything away from what we did. I think a big thing that helped us against City's players looked like they were off it in terms of fitness levels. Good morning, DG from the US. Big up the Americans and Canadians and North Americans all over. Sad to see no football for what seems to be the next couple of weeks. Wishing health and wealth to the DG Nation. Come on. Would you sell or keep Nelson? I would love to keep Nelson personally and give him a chance. But we're at that point now. We've got to be cruel to be kind, man. Like, we just need to get a base level of squads. Is what it is, man. It's just jarring because obviously Arsenal are not in bare competitions. But like, when is Liverpool going to play all of these games? When is Arsenal going to play these games? Because what we got to somehow factor in Wolves again, factor in this. When are these games going to be played? If the Forest one gets locked off, when are these games going to be played? Like, that's all I want to know. Like, when are these games going to be played? And like I said, the one thing I'm vexed about, again, I don't know, maybe they're still waiting on official EFL confirmation, but I would say Arsenal, Liverpool, and the English Football League that controls the Cat Yarabel, the way they've communicated to the fans is ridiculous. I'm sorry, but, decision should have been made quicker. It's 1 p.m. over here in the UK. There's certain fans that got to make their way down from now, like wherever they are. We can't just assume all Liverpool fans are from Liverpool, all Arsenal fans are from London. And even then, their travel arrangements is fucked. That's the thing. That's jarring me. Nobody cares about fans at all. And then obviously, even the second leg, when's that played? Does that now become the first leg at Anfield on the 13th? Leave it to them, man. I'm just a humble football fan with you. Like, I don't know about none of these things. Hopefully we see it, man. Probably, well, we never got it. The two are not the same, but I do think Arsenal have been hard done by. When it starts, these things don't happen. We do not get these things. Leighton Orient still had to play. I doubt the Villa example is not the same because there was a rule change, but, certain man still had to play. Is what it is. Likewise, man, shame about how many cases you've got. Hope you're staying healthy and happy. Liverpool is my second favourite team. Feel like Grizz has converted me from his love for Arsenal. Grizz loves Arsenal. I mean, I'd have admiration for Liverpool and United and City. You can't not have admiration for them, but support second team. You're moving mad. You made your name off Nelson Dees. You could never say sell Nelson. I don't think that's hard. That's the same. It is what it is. Apparently, Liverpool just wants to postpone the first leg, not the second. I mean, it makes sense because the cases might be done, but Anfield, to be fair, we beat them at Anfield in the cup before. Bring them, man. Big bad Arsenal are back now. I'm playing. I wonder if Jack is on the table now. Bro, it might get to that, but bro, bringing back Jack Wilshere, as much as I want it, it's a myth, man. DG, have you seen how pressed Tottenham fans are by the recent Paddy Power ad with Super Jack? Yeah, of course, they're rattled. And they can call Jack injury prone, all of this and all these things, and they're not necessarily wrong, but he's won more trophies than them. Jack Wilshere's bigger than Spurs. You know, it's Conte FC. Spurs is a toilet. You know, I walk past it every day. It's a toilet. They've never done it. They, you know, allow it, man. What's the Tottenham? Allow it, man. The big people are talking. You know, when big people are talking, you have to come out the room as a kid. Well, if it's not Liverpool, United, Arsenal, City now, I'm not hearing it. Spurs, well, they've finished ahead. Like their achievement is finishing ahead of us. Like, allow it, bro. The game's been postponed. Have we got official confirmation though? Not that I can see. Apparently, the second leg is on the 20th of January. So that means it's moved then, because it says the 13th on Google. Shit. Not official yet. But listen, Jack Wilshere's 30, innit? There's only going to be so many times you can make peas in it, so I expect it. I mean, Jack Wilshere, for me, I've got this fantasy that he's going to win the league as Arsenal's manager. I just feel I've got my Arsene Wenger cap on, but just got this feeling that him not really reaching the heights as a player gives him the motivation. And we always said, I made a video on it before he started doing. I said, Wilshere be a coach. And I just feel it'd be interesting to see what he does, because he looks like he's on this coaching thing. Hopefully he gets a job in the 23s and we can develop him in-house. You know, he's clearly on the pundit thing. He's always on talk shy and that. So, yeah, man. The first leg is at Anfield on the 13th. Apologies, then I'm reading wrong, man. So, is it changed now? So, are we the home side for the first leg at Anfield, or is where it is, man? Check Chris Wheatley. I hear it, man, because them man there know their stuff, but it's one of them. I need to see official check communications, man. I don't want everybody adding their 5 pence into this. But yeah, man. Oh, okay, and here you have it, people. Let's add another timestamp to this. Arsenal versus Liverpool postponed. In fact, before we read this, the one thing I'm going to do is change the date of this watch along. It will be played. Liverpool have forfeited home advantage in the second leg, which means the first game will be played at Anfield on January the 13th. So what we need to do is go on StreamYard. You lot make sure you're hitting the like button and all of these sort of things so we can buck each other. We need to go into StreamYard. We need to go on to Liverpool versus Arsenal, and we need to, first things first. Again, so are Arsenal the home side? I don't know. We'll deal with that on the 20th. But again, let's see when that date is. 13th of Jan. So let's change this to the 13th of January, which is fair enough. It's only next week. We go again next week. Hopefully it's the same time and all of that. So yeah, it's been postponed, people. Let's click on Chris Wheatley's decision. I mean, I would love to get an interview done with him. We're supposed to, but he doesn't check his bloody direct messages. You lot need to go spam him up. Only 273 likes. You lot are boying it. Unexpected high bills due all around the gaff. Then 280 likes. But yeah, let me share my screen. I thought I shared the screen. Sorry, man. But yeah, for what it's worth, Arsenal's Cat Yarabel clash with Liverpool postponed amid COVID concerns. As we know, Liverpool submitted an application on Tuesday to postpone the game, and there's been escalating cases and a lack of players available. They probably still beat us, but it is what it is. Liverpool Football Club can confirm the application has been submitted for the postponement of Thursday's Cat Yarabel Cup semi-final first leg tie with Arsenal. Do you know what? What we might try and do is this. Right, bare zeros. That is not how you spell Liverpool. Is it on Liverpool's official website? So yeah, man, they need to, whoever patterns the articles for the website, they need to get and do a better job. So let's just stick with this. Yeah, man. The Reds have formally requested to the EFL on that the fixture is rescheduled after further suspected COVID tests were registered among players and staff. And the thing is, where it complicates Arsenal now, what's that? The 13th. That means 3 days later we play Spurs. So yeah, it is what it is. It's on Sky News if you need to check that. But it is what it is, man. We've been dealt a shorthand. At least it still means Gabriel can kick ball against Spurs. Has Arsenal done something? This is why I love my club. Liverpool, you might be higher than us in the league, but we're definitely faster than you when it comes to this social shit. Pardon my language. Liverpool, Arsenal, Liverpool update. Following a crest from Liverpool, they got scared of us. I'm playing people. I'm just trying to troll. Yeah, man. You know, it's done. It's done. And I can't lie, I love Ramsdale, but I'm kind of tired of hearing them interviews and shit. But the game's been cancelled, didn't it? It is what it is. We go again on the 13th. Boom, as Klopp would say. They've been trying to get a move since it was announced. Lucky for them, I'm off on the 20th to go. I don't know who Liverpool's thing will be, man.